Good morning, gentlemen. I wanted to chat with you about some of the pieces and parts that are here. First thing we talk about is the heating unit. This is the unit that came out of hairdryer. So I've simply pulled it apart. I haven't actually changed any of the wiring or anything, but we've got a fan, small motor, the unit, some kind of screwed up wiring they did from the factory. But basically it's just a matter of, do we apply extra voltage or not, to the pins. So in some cases we light up all of them, sometimes we don't. So we just override that. I think this is an okay option. I need to figure out how much temperature it's going to give us inside the drum. So speaking of drums, a couple different options. We talked about this one already, which I know is sort of bothering Ken a bit. But I do like this option. As you can see, it's a lot shorter, but from a pure diameter standpoint, it's quite a bit bigger. So we may want to go that route. So, and the reason being, takes me to the next question. I'm going to lay these down here. Is we've got these different methods of connecting things. So this is a flange that's mounted with a roller bearing. So this rolls inside of here. This is basically the same size item, and it's a 1/2-inch roller bearing. So again, the inside of this rolls while the outside doesn't. And simply have a collar that goes on the shaft with it as well. So we end up with something of this nature. So the collar goes on, holds the shaft at the end, the roller bearing butts up to it, and as you can see, there's actually a small amount of the bearing that sticks out a little further. So if we look at this one, you can see that it actually sticks up a little further, and that's what we actually stick the collar against, so that as that rolls on the inside, that can brush against it, but the part that's actually mounted, which is this portion that doesn't move, as this moves, the collar can move with it. So in any case, you get the general idea. So I think this is the mount that we're going to go with, something of this nature. And we can either mount it from the inside out. I think that it's going to be a little rough opening, so I think we're better off to mount it on this end, to put the hole and mount it here, versus coming from the inside, mounting it on the inside here and coming through. I just think we're going to have a rough opening there. I think we're better off to go this direction. What it means is that we've got, the depth of these two sticking out, which isn't huge, but it'll work fine. So we'll go with that, I think, at the moment. But what that takes me to is the difference. We could use this barrel still, because then the dimension of it, if all we go with is this, is not that great of a difference. So we'd stick that on here, the shaft go through. We still need room at the top for us to be able to let beans into the top, and then we have to have a gate at the bottom here that we can open up and utilize. Whereas if you go with this other gate, or this other drum, the amount of space is significantly different that we'll be needing for that shaft. So the bearing can sit there. We still have a significant amount of room top and bottom. Again, the actual opening that we're talking about is the other end of it, where it's open, because we're not going to open the back end of the drum. So this will go in the middle. We'll simply drop beans into the open top, let beans out of the open bottom, but we still have the space on the face of the plate. When we're talking about this, the amount of space that this is going to take up, versus if we tried to do something like this larger industrial flange. We're talking about, we don't have any space, other than a minor amount here and there. And again, on the face of here, yeah, it look cool, it's big, but we don't have any room to actually implement the functional issues that we have to do. So that's the story at the moment, and where I'm at. Need to drill a hole for it and mount that up there. And then for the heating unit, I need to test out, make sure that we actually have enough heat coming out of it to generate the temperature overall that we're looking for. Thanks, gents.